If you're wondering which instant cameras are worth your money, stick around. After we run through each product, I'll give you my personal take. Would I buy it or would I skip it? No fluff, just my honest opinion. Let's get into it. Kodak Mini Shot 3 Retro 4 Pass 2-in-1. This little retro wannabe looks charming with its vintage vibes and prints decent 3-inch photos using that fancy 4-pass dye sublimation tech. But here's the kicker. It literally deletes all your digital photos when you turn it off, like some kind of digital amnesia patient. The 13-megapixel camera takes photos that look like they were shot through a dirty window. And with only 20 prints per battery charge, you'll be hunting for chargers more than taking actual photos. Would I buy it? Maybe. If you enjoy the thrill of your memories self-destructing and don't mind carrying around what feels like a chunky plastic brick that costs 30 cents per print. Fujifilm Instax Wide 400. The Wide 400 brings back that classic no-frills instant camera experience with a 95mm lens that gives you roughly 35mm full-frame equivalent shots. But the viewfinder is so poorly calibrated that framing anything accurately feels like playing darts blindfolded. Sure, the wide format prints look way better than those tiny mini formats, but good luck composing your shots when the frame lines are designed for subjects 4 to 6 feet away and always capture too much outside the actual frame. Would I buy it? Yes, because despite its viewfinder being more off-center than a drunk person walking a straight line, those wide format prints actually look pleasant, and the selfie mirror on the front works better than the main viewfinder anyway. Polaroid i2. This aluminum and impact-resistant plastic beast is basically the Tesla of instant cameras, with aperture priority, shutter priority, manual modes, and a LiDAR autofocus system that actually works in dim light. Plus, it has the sharpest lens Polaroid has ever put in a camera post-bankruptcy. The only downside is that mastering all these fancy features will cost you a couple packs of expensive film while you figure out the exposure triangle, and the autofocus makes more noise than a coffee grinder at 6 in the morning. Would I buy it? Yes, because this is literally the most advanced Polaroid camera ever made with an OLED screen, in-viewfinder LCD display, and enough manual controls to make any camera nerd weep tears of joy. Kodak Smile Plus 2-in-1. This credit card-sized print machine comes with rotating physical lens filters that let you add effects before shooting, which is pretty cool until you realize there's no LCD screen to preview what your shot will look like. So you're basically playing filter roulette. The 5-megapixel fixed focus camera feels like a throwback to 2005. And while it can print photos from your smartphone via Bluetooth, every single photo you take with the camera itself gets printed whether you want it or not, turning mistakes into expensive sticky-backed regrets. Would I buy it? Maybe. If you're introducing kids to photography or need a portable printer for your phone photos, but don't expect anything more than fun snapshots that cost about 50 cents each. Fujifilm Instax Mini 99. This thing gives you manual control over exposure and shutter settings, plus creative effects that can simulate light leaks, making it the most analog-feeling Instax camera you can get. The catch is that it's not the sharpest tool in the shed compared to the Mini Evo, and the manual focus is basically 3 preset zones that work about as consistently as my motivation on Monday mornings. Would I buy it? Yes, at $200, it's pricier than your average Instax, but having actual control over your shots instead of praying to the camera gods is worth every penny. Leica Sofort 2. This fancy pants camera combines digital preview with instant printing, giving you 10 film effects and 10 lens settings to play with, plus that satisfying print lever that makes you feel like you're advancing actual film. The problem is it lacks manual focus, which is honestly embarrassing for a Leica. And the internal memory only holds 45 images, which is less storage than a potato. Would I buy it? No. Paying $389 for a camera that can't even focus manually is like buying a Ferrari with bicycle wheels, no matter how pretty the effects look. Fujifilm Instax Wide Evo. This beast rocks an ultra-wide lens and lets you mix and match 100 different effect combinations. Plus that genius crank lever that you have to twist at least twice to print makes everyone smile like idiots. The image quality is pretty mediocre though, and while it looks like a large format plate camera, a modern phone will absolutely destroy it in terms of actual photo quality. Would I buy it? Maybe it's more about the experience and style than getting National Geographic quality shots, and that crank lever is honestly addictive as hell. Fujifilm Instax Square Ace Q40. This square format shooter has solid auto exposure that balances ambient light with fill flash pretty well. And the selfie mode works great for arm's length shots with its 0.3 to 0.5 meter sweet spot. The downside is that it's basically the same as the SQ1 with minimal upgrades, and the flash takes a whopping 7.5 seconds to recycle, which feels like an eternity when you're trying to capture the moment. Would I buy it? Yes. It's simple, reliable, and produces good quality square prints without any fancy bullshit getting in the way of just taking decent instant photos. Fujifilm Instax Mini 12. This little bastard is so simple even your technologically challenged uncle could use it. With its one-button operation and automatic exposure that actually works most of the time. The downside is you'll burn through film faster than a broke college student burns through ramen noodles, with only 10 exposures per pack, and selfies that'll make you look like you got your head chopped off, because there's no proper selfie mode. Would I buy it? Yes. It's the best budget instant camera that won't make you want to throw it against a wall when taking selfies. Polaroid Go Generation 2. This tiny square shooting machine is smaller than my attention span and actually produces bright, detailed images that don't look like they were taken through a dirty window. But good luck taking decent photos in low light, because even with the flash on, your pictures will come out darker than my soul on a Monday morning. And the film costs more than my monthly coffee budget. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's adorable and portable, but the expensive film and crappy low-light performance make it more of a fair-weather friend than a reliable companion. Lomography. Lomo Instant Automat. This hipster's wet dream comes with more accessories than a Barbie doll, and produces rich, vibrant colors that'll make your Instagram followers actually jealous for once. The viewfinder is positioned like it was designed by someone who's never actually used a camera, making framing about as accurate as a stormtrooper's aim. Plus, good luck finding those CR2 batteries anywhere outside of a specialty camera shop. Would I buy it? Yes. Despite its quirks, the creative options and image quality make it worth dealing with the wonky viewfinder and battery hunt. Fujifilm Instax Mini 41. This camera is basically the Mini 12's more mature older sibling that went to business school, with the same guts but wrapped in a sleeker body that won't slip out of your hands like a greased pig. Unfortunately, it's still dumber than a box of rocks with its fully automatic everything, meaning you'll get overexposed shots in bright sunlight faster than you can say, "There goes another $3." Would I buy it? Maybe. It looks professional and takes decent portraits, but the lack of any manual controls makes it feel like driving a car with no steering wheel. Fujifilm Instax Mini Evo. This digital hybrid Frankenstein lets you preview your shots before printing so you don't waste film on pictures of your thumb, and it connects to your phone like it's 2024. The catch is the built-in camera has the image quality of a potato from 2010 with its measly 4.9 megapixel sensor, making it feel like you're shooting with a flip phone that someone glued a printer to. Would I buy it? No. Why would I pay premium prices for a camera that takes worse photos than my phone when I can just get a portable printer instead? Polaroid Now Generation 3. This thing promises sharper pictures with its fancy 2-lens autofocus system and repositioned light meter. But let's be real. It still struggles with exposure, like a drunk photographer at a wedding. The good news is, it finally doesn't turn every outdoor shot into a nuclear explosion, but the bad news is, it feels cheaper than a gas station toy, and comes with absolutely nothing in the box, except disappointment and a wrist strap. Would I buy it? Maybe. Because while it's the first Polaroid Now that doesn't completely suck at outdoor photography, spending $120 on something that feels like it was made from recycled Happy Meal toys is a tough pill to swallow. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you pick the instant cameras for you. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Links to all of these products mentioned in this video will be in the description.